Right, good evening, the chairman, Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center, Allegri Department, co-comrades and viewers. I am Mrs. Solution, and live from our Ikeja Allen Avenue branch. We have a case of breach of trust reported by Mr. Abdul Fatai Akinlade against Ms. Kikelomo Adeyinka Aregbesola. This case was reported last month, to be precise, and later invites had been sent to the defendant, which she acknowledged. Several dates have been fixed, which she have turned the invitation down, rather playing pranks over the intelligence of everyone in this office. And then Mr. Abdul Fatai is live in our office to explain how the state money, 693,000 naira, was given to Ms. Kikelomo Adeyinka Aregbesola. Please join us as we interview the complainant and also contact the defendant once again for fair hearing. Kindly visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng and subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV. For more useful information, visit our website. Follow us and like on our Facebook page of Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center Alternative. Thank you once again. Welcome, students, good student of the year. I'm looking forward to award. Right. On this long. We first. Okay, sir, let's hear you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam.
Okay.
My name is
Hi, yourself. Go ahead, sir.
my name is Abdul Fatai Akinlade,
Yeah.
and I'm here to report the case of the indebtedness that what Miss Kikelomo Aregbesola owes me. This is the picture of Kikelomo Adeyinka Aregbesola,
Okay.
the debtor.
Okay.
This debt was acquired over a period of 5 months.
Okay.
March 15, she wanted the house, which is in my custody, for her cousin.
Okay.
This was a 98,000 transaction. When it was time for her to pay, she mentioned to me that she owes somebody 150,000 to also pay her rent at one time, and that person, instead of the person waiting for her for the end of March, the person just suddenly decided to come up with, "I want my money," in the middle of March. I felt very sympathetic with her because she showed me all sorts of stuff between her and this other man. The man had gone to Twitter embarrassing her and all of that. I felt sympathetic with her. I finally paid that 150K on her behalf.
What is your relationship with her?
I don't have any relationship with her.
Okay.
Other than what brought me to know her, that the cousin of ours wanted to have a one-room apartment in my custody.
Okay.
So what this means is that at the end of the month, March, she now had to owe me the 150 I advanced her just to get her out of the embarrassment, and the 98,000 for her cousin. That was how it started.
Okay.
After that, within a week or so, she mentioned to me that she needed to pay 45,000 for her landlord, or to her landlord before that one traveled, just to get the key and all of that. So I now said to myself, "Are you that you are able to afford ₦1,000,000 naira? What's the problem with all of this?" She just came up with all sorts of reasons. Her primary reason for winning my compassion was that she has an issue with UBA blocked her account where she has 485,000. Ditto for Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank too was having problem, and that one she had 125. So my feeling is that with
Zenith Bank
485,
have problem or she has
she has problem with Zenith Bank.
Okay.
A similar thing, a similar issue. The implication is that I looked at it that with 485,000 and 125,000, my money is secured. I took it that my money was secured, so I advanced it to her. I also advanced the 45,000 given to Mrs. Obama, who happens to be a landlady. I transferred that to her just to ensure she was able to get the key. This was how everything started. In the middle of my knowledge of her, we started. She started the whole idea of approaching UBA to get this money done. That was in process. Another 60K, 60,000 came up. This was for her daughter, Moyosore Collins. That was the time she wanted to go and collect a certificate in the university. They had paid certain amount, and I think they had a shortfall of 60,000. I also had to assist her with the 60,000 to pay. That one, the daughter Moyosore was to pay me the money back within 48 hours from a piggy bank transaction that she was involved in. But this couldn't materialize, and subsequently it became part of the debt. These debts continued until it got to 493,000.
How did you calculate? Is it an interest or
No interest involved. No interest involved. As a matter of fact, the breakdown of the 693 is this: cousins rent 98,000. That's Nuruddin. Paul, the man who wanted to embarrass her primarily, 150,000. Miss Yetunde Uraola, 45,000. That is to secure the key for her apartment. Ogunmoroti Abiodun, 35,000. She ordered me to give it to her, a transaction between her and that one. Also, she had an online loan with Rich Loan, a 32,000, which I had to pay on her behalf.
Okay, what are you paying this money for this person? You said you don't have anything with her.
Yes.
What are you paying all her debt for? Is she your... Why are we having a network problem? Okay, go ahead. I think
Yes.
it's clear.
Like I said, I felt covered by what she told me initially, that she had 485K blocked with UBA and 125,000 also blocked with Zenith.
How do you confirm that? Were you doing business with her?
In all honesty, I never confirmed. I had, that was an issue with me too. I didn't do my due diligence on that. I felt that, well, something is connecting us together. Something is connecting us together, which is the cousin of hers that will be living in an apartment which I am handling. So that is the primary source of the connection. And the fact that I knew, she told me that there is a 485,000 UBA and also for Zenith. She showed me some conversations between her and UBA, regarding the transaction on the blockage, which I was able to. I saw all of that. She sent those ones to me through WhatsApp because I asked questions, and that this went on. This was the basis for and I was doing some progress. I was following up with her. At a particular time, she went to UBA allowancing to meet with the head there, one Mr. Abiola, in an effort to get this UBA case resolved.
Okay, what is the problem of the UBA and Zenith Bank when somebody is operating? She's not into fraud, she's not into any dubious thing. UBA block account, Zeneba block her account, and you are aware that she said they block her account.
Yes.
Did you ask the reason why those banks block her account? Because she have right to operate her account.
Yes. Yes,
I'm asking
madam.
you, go ahead.
Yes, madam, I did. This question you're asking me, as a matter of fact, it was when I was becoming too inquisitive. Let me put that in quote. When I was becoming too inquisitive for her, and the response she gave me that actually put me on inquiry that if you claim you have this kind of issue, the first thing I did when I met with you is give me documents so that I can help you go ahead and recover this thing. The very first time I sent that 150K to her,
How did you intend recovering, as a police or as EFCC, as what?
No, it's like she didn't have any correspondence with them making requests. So my own is that let's have a correspondence engagement with UBA by way of formally requesting UBA the source of why the account was blocked, and that was my own.
And did she tell you that she did not know why her account was blocked? If your account is blocked, did you need to write any formal letter? Are you not supposed to visit the bank?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, he did. Well, the representation she gave me was that there was some kind of unauthorized transactions in her account, which led to blocking it, which she had no knowledge of. That was what she told me that time. But by and large, that UBA account.
What of the Zenith?
The Zenith, at a particular point in time, the Zenith was resolved. Zenith was actually having issues with their customers. That one has nothing to do with blockade per se. Majority.
That was when?
This was March, April. Majority of that, what happened during that time was that Zenith's Zenith's online transactions will always go down. They always have network issues. That was between March and April. For the greater part of March and April, I was actually aware of this because I had to have a Zenith bank account.
Okay.
So to that extent, I was just fairly sympathetic. But at a particular point in time, when I decided that let me go, to actually assist you in getting this thing, especially when she told me that at the time she got one lady lawyer, to assist her with the UBA thing, this and that. I said, that is fine. Now, give me the access to the lady lawyer, give me some of the documents you have, let me forge ahead to help you or to help myself now. I mean, since this debt is accumulating. So her reaction became negative. I now said to myself, is it that what you have been saying is all this while, or isn't correct or what? So that was just the beginning of, it was like at that stage, she became so cold and I became apprehensive that, it tend to suggest to me that I may have entered one chance. Yes.
Where does she work?
She claimed she worked with Eventful Limited on a salary of 293K.
Where?
That is on the island. Her own office, she claimed her office is on the island.
So you don't know where her office is?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I have done a background check on that, and I found out that that is far from being correct. I have done my own background check on that, and I found that is far from being correct.
Okay.
After all the money.
Yes, I had advanced a reasonable amount before I realized that it wasn't. She never worked there, or she's not even working there.
So where is she living?
She lives at 52 Yewande Street. That's Ifakojaye. And she used the greater part of her time, the reasonable part of her time, with her mother somewhere in Ilasa, Olufemi Street. I think I also dropped the address too.
How did you know all this?
I got to know all of this. I had to be doing my own checks too. When I realized that somebody who claimed to earn 239K, fine, I came to your rescue on 150K. At the end of that month, between 150K and the 98K, something should have dropped, and nothing ever dropped. Your 485 with UBA, nothing was coming.
But what really convinced you that she's working there and what she was telling you was true? What convinced you?
As a matter of fact, I wasn't much bothered about her claim to work there and all of that. I was more comfortable with the fact that 485K is being owed her by UBA. Ditto the 125K, that was my primary. I considered what she earns and all of that probably as secondary. But I was more comfortable that, I'm covered by the UBA money and the Zenith one, until she started behaving funny. When this thing reached 493, that was around the third month. The third month of my lending, this it has reached 493. Then I said to myself, it occurred to me that okay, this is more or less covered by the whole of the UBA money, so I should just stop at that point.
Okay, were you giving her this money to be paid with interest?
No, it was just assist you. As a matter of fact, every amount, just like I said, for the 60,000 that belongs to the that was used to assist in getting the daughter's university certificate that time. She just called me to mention that they had paid certain amount, I think 200 and something. When they were about getting the certificate, they realized that the money wasn't sufficient. The daughter she called the father of the daughter. That one is outside the country, supposedly outside the country.
So she said.
Yeah, so she said. She now said that the husband was begging her.
Oh, you also confirmed the
No, I don't know anything about, So she now said that the husband was begging her to just help her with that 60,000 to pay and all of that. So she called me and I sent this certificate, this 60,000 certificate. Why? Within for 24 hours, I will get my 60K back from the daughter's piggy account. I think there's one, it's like this CUDA thing, But that never came to pass. It ended up.
The first one is 60,000. Second one is how much?
No, that is even like the third or fourth one. We started with 150,000, 98,000, which was to be rent for the cousin that primarily brought me and her together. Then there's a 45,000. There's a 35,000. That 45,000 was for her landlord, her landlady, to get the key before that one traveled at that time. Then there was a 35,000. There was a 32,000 from a rich loan, an online company loan. Then there was this guy Fola Jimmy. She also owed 50,000.
Who is Fola Jimmy?
That Fola Jimmy, I don't know what kind of transaction, in all honesty, that transpired between that one and her. She just mentioned to me that she owed that guy. I can't remember what went between both of them. So as at that time, I was able to act like, look, I owe this guy 100K. I want to give him the 100K. That guy wanted it on a Wednesday, and she said she wouldn't have it until Friday. I asked her this question: will you have it on Friday? She said yes. Will you have it on Friday before I stick my neck to talk to this guy? So I now spoke with the guy.
Let me have that paper in front of you.
This.
Yeah.
Okay. So I now spoke with the guy for that thing, just to more or less like act as a guarantor that the money, please shift it from today Wednesday. She's more likely to have it. She is more likely to have it on a Friday. Now, on that Friday, she boxed me. She couldn't even produce the money. So the money had to spill over to Saturday, then maybe Sunday. In all honesty, another 1 week entered. In a desperate effort to want to meet Friday, I advanced her 50,000 just for us to get, the 100K paid, because she had told me that there is this auntie of ours that gave her a check of 50,000 for Salah during Salah period or so. So that 50,000 plus my own 50,000 ordinarily should make the 100. But somehow it couldn't happen that Friday. It ended up happening maybe a week later or so. She later reported to me that it was a week after the appointed date for which I guaranteed that. So in the process, I got her a loan of 50K too. So and for that for Lajimi, that was the breakdown. That's the breakdown of the 693. And you'll be staring at it as you have it there.
Yes,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This money you are claiming from this woman,
Yes.
you did not give her this money at once.
Yes, of course.
You gave her this money at interval.
Yes.
And the first money you gave to her, you expected that to return back.
Yes.
Then after the 98,000, you gave her 150K.
Yes. The 98,000 and the 150K were supposed to be together.
Mm-hmm.
The 98,000 was to be the rent for the cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Then plus the 150.
If you are the one renting the apartment,
yes.
Meaning you are an agent, right?
Yes.
You are an agent to a property.
Yes. And
before the cousins came in to rent the apartment, yes. Have you known her?
No, I don't. No, him. Nuruddin is the name of the guy.
No. Have you known Kikelomo?
No, I don't.
You met both of them?
Yes.
At the period they want to rent an apartment?
Yes, that's true.
So the cousin came to rent an apartment from you as an agent?
No. He is the one that wants to stay in the house, the cousin. Oh, okay. I am the one you are referring to as agent now.
Yes.
Okay, fine. I thought you said the guy is an agent. No, you are correct.
You said you are an agent of a property.
Yes.
That you are renting out to Kikelomo's cousin.
Yes.
And when they came, the money was not completed.
Yes.
You decided to complete the money.
No, they didn't even pay. You see, the truth about this particular property is that it's a property that I have a vested interest. It's something that belongs to my own old man.
Uh-huh.
So I have a vested interest in it.
Yeah.
That was what prompted my guaranteeing the payment without even having to have any physical exchange. So
you don't know this woman from anywhere.
That is
and you don't know the cousin from anywhere.
Yes,
and they came to rent an apartment. Yes. And you are short of what is it called? 98,000.
The total thing is even 98,000.
The total is 98,000. Yes. So you give them the house free of charge.
Something like that.
Free of charge.
Yes.
To pay later.
Yes.
You will tell us the truth here. The second one is 150,000.
Yes.
That you gave to her.
Yes. That's
after you gave them house free.
Yes.
Hoping that they will pay later.
Yes.
Okay. We'll need that kind of house because we are looking for house.
Yes.
Then the second one is 150K.
Yes.
Which you gave to her.
That's true. Just to bail her out of the embarrassment of one Mr. Paul that she owed that time.
Okay. Then you did not stop at that. You gave her in her own apartment where she's living. Her landlady, Miss Yetunde, you gave her 45,000.
Yes.
To get her house key.
Yes.
Was it a new rented apartment? A new apartment?
Yes, it was a new apartment.
Okay. Then.
As a matter of fact, our reason for not being able to honor quickly the 98K for the cousin was because she too was having. It was like simultaneously. It was the time she too was, trying to complete her payment for that year one day, that 52 year one day where she lives presently.
Okay. Then you now gave her 35,000 naira.
Yes.
For who now? Who is Ogumorochi Abiodun?
I don't know the Abiodun.
You don't know. You just gave her the money.
Yes.
Then which one is online loan again? 32K. Which loan?
She obtained a loan from, online firm, just like this fair money thing, something like that.
Okay. Then after that again, you gave her again, Fola Jimmy, 50,000.
Yes, I just explained the circumstances of that one. She was owing that one, she wanted to pay, and I guaranteed that.
Then you now paid the Kikelomo's daughter 60K to complete payment for her collection of university certificates.
Yeah.
Then which one is miscellaneous? 23,000.
No, that one, those ones I couldn't place specific listening on, on them. But
you don't know how you spend it.
No, it's like either 5,000 for something. They are not tied to specific thing, just like those other loans. But
so how do you not arrive at 23,000?
No, they were. Of course, I have check evidence of them. I have check evidence of how I gave those ones out. They are not tied to specific events like the previous ones I have mentioned.
Which was the Timu Olamide 50,000 again?
That was the one. You see, before that Itunu Olamide's case, the total figure was 493 before that 50,000. Now this 50,000, this Itunu Olamide, she used to tell me that there is one Fisayo and this Itunu Olamide that they are colleagues in the office. Now, at a particular time, she claimed this guy had something like a fever or something. It ended up being like the guy had to be operated, kind of. So that was what she collected this. No, before operation.
Okay, don't worry. At least you give her money.
Yes,
50,000.
Yes.
Then another one again, they say Ihumu Olamide.
The same guy.
150,000.
150,000. This 150,000 for Olamide. That one, everything I've found out that there is a degree of deception there. The day she...
You see now where they speak grammar, na brain no dey correct to okay?
Yes.
This grammar where you stay in front of me to say be my brother, I've arranged some junior ones lash you very, very well for sitting in front of me to be deceiving yourself.
Yes.
You don't, according to you now, with all this your grammar and all that you are speaking here, and that this Kikelomo must come here because the Kikelomo did not come. We are still going to arrest her. Let her come and tell us the truth on the whole story because I don't even know how.
Yes.
How did this thing started?
Yes.
That you started by giving this woman 98,000.
Yes.
98,000 to 150. 150 to 45. 45 to 35. 35, 32, 32, 50, 50,
in all honesty, yes.
50, 23, 23, 50, 50, 150.
You will get to know that it is actually yes, madam. Just let me.
Kikelomo should come and tell us the right thing that both of you are having.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong to help your boyfriend or your girlfriend
yes.
if you borrow,
yes,
even if it's your wife.
Exactly.
If you borrow than if it's your wife or your husband, you borrow. As far as it is tagged borrow, return the money to the person.
Super.
Me, I know you and Kikelomo have something in common.
Yes.
But nothing should stop her returning your money if you say you are borrowing her.
Yes.
Or if she told me, please borrow me money,
yes,
I have issue I'm going to return.
Yes,
as far as it's borrowed, let her return.
Yes.
The one you want to give to her on your own as her man friend, that both of you are acquainted together, I give you money for feeding, I give you money for tiffin, I give you money for clothing, I took your daughter out. That is not an issue. We don't have issue with that one. You are just, both of you are just spending the money as a two lovers that stay together. But if she collected money 50,000, I'm going to return back, then she have to return back.
Yes. Madam, in all honesty, what you have said
because
is...
when you are saying you don't know her, you don't know anything, you just want to help her, and you are just helping, before you leave this office, you will help this office because we have a lot of...
I'm so generous. That's true.
If you are this generous,
yes,
we are talking about widows empowerment, we can attend to widows now. You cannot answer us.
Yes.
And you are giving 50,000, 150, 120, and I'm hearing that.
Yes, madam.
You need to help us.
No, in all honesty,
you will support this office before.
No, in all honesty, now it's even easy for me. The only reason why I have to come to the office now is that everything you said is correct. I helped her out in a number of ways, personally, beyond this loan thing. This loan is what I actually... Let me tell you what is even shocking. The Olumide case, Olumide case. When on May 30th.
Do you still have a wife?
Of course, I have a wife.
Okay.
I have a wife. This Olamide guy. When she told me that, she called me on that day, May 30th, that this guy, the case of this is to know which this 50,000. When I gave this 50,000, she had told me that they were processing the series of bills for the guy in their in their office. So ordinarily, I'm supposed to have gotten the 50K back from the proceeds of that before this question of he now.
Basically speaking,
Yes.
you and Kikelomo are friending yourself.
No, I will go into that. I don't. Yes, I don't.
Listen, I've just said it.
Yes.
She have no reason.
Yes.
To hold on to your money.
Yes.
That you borrowed her.
Yes.
Even if you people are cohabiting.
Yes.
You are both adults. There is no issue about that.
Yes.
The one, let her come explain to us that this money, this is the one you gave her free of charge as her boyfriend, and this is the one you borrowed her that she need to refund back. It doesn't matter. It's a simple something. Yes, I borrowed money from him, but this is they borrowed, and this is the one he gave me willingly. Then she can undertake her to return the money back to you.
Madam, as a matter of fact, I didn't even address the one I gave her. I purposely didn't do that. I probably didn't address the one, so I'm sure she won't have any problem with this in terms of I accepting.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, I have made series of efforts. I listed them. Okay, I've given them to you. I made series of efforts on recovery. You know, when I was saying it, just the way you mentioned, it's difficult for one to fathom that you gave somebody 120, 150, she has not paid, you have done another one and all of that. I have a breakdown of efforts, to recover. But the shocking one,
as a matter of fact,
yes, the shocking one was after reporting, when I came to your office July 23, and she told me that she was going to pay, I paused to want to take an action. Now, as at that time, she had told me that she will give one apartment, one room of her apartment there out to somebody for 800K. She told me this August 2nd. Now, I'll give you this person will come, coming outside the country, 800K, this and that. When it was, she had told me that she will put it in my account in the morning, August 2nd. When it was 4:30, she now called me, where am I, this and that.
As a matter of fact,
she's in.
The money is not my day.
She's in Agodo, and she knows Agodo is closer to my area. She put it to me like that. I said, Kikelomo, what are you trying to insinuate? And that if I can come and collect the cash, what you told me you put in my account in the morning, that I shouldn't talk, I shouldn't say anything, I'll just get the alert from the 693K in my account on that money. No, it's the guy came so late,
That was in the night?
No, 4:30.
In the evening?
In the evening.
And now, what was her intention?
Well, you get to why we're asking that question now. When I now said, she gave me excuses that the guy arrived late from America, they had to go and change dollars and all of that. She now has 890. And you are carrying 890 cash and you want me to come there. Do you have an idea of where I am? I'm not even anywhere near you. Again, did you not tell me that you paid this into my account in the morning? If you can't do it, Agodo, you are just 15 minutes away from GT. GT is opposite you there. Go and put it in GT. GT closes 5 o'clock. If you miss GT 5 o'clock, GT has a cash machine. Put it there. She said no.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Fatai.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you friendly this lady? Yes, sir.
No, I have mentioned that there's a dimension of that there. You see, I didn't want to make an issue of that because that has no direct. You have just explained everything that even my wife, if she owes me, that if your wife owes you, a debt is different from what you know.
Yeah.
And because I don't want to complicate matters, I want to address the major thing. That's why I didn't want to go into, a friendship.
Are you guys separated now, or you are still dating and she refused to return?
The dating care. The casual, what I can call dating, if we call it dating, is so casual, and it was like more or less like I will use the word seduction. I discovered this with time. It doesn't involve any intimacy or something, but I realized that it was a seduction to be, getting money and all of that. Yeah, when I noticed all of this, I stood about. That was when I started firing for my money. That look, the one I've used in helping you for your apartment, furniture or whatever, of course, go away with it. These ones I told you when I was loaning you that these are monies kept in my custody. So what is wrong with your UBA thing? UBA was the primary reason for even advancing all of this. Before she now came up with this Itunu's case, what happened with this Itunu case? That May 30th, she was telling me that Itunu has 285k in his house cash, which they couldn't access because the guy's malam, the mega that takes care of the guy's house, traveled without the consent of the boss. So I had to call a friend of mine. It was my bosom friend of 40 years that actually loaned me that 150k you saw at the bottom to make 200 for that Itunu's case. And it was on the fact that 285, that is the cash they couldn't access in the guy's house because his maid eloped. They will get hold of the guy who come and I'll have my cash. It was a different ball game. So I just realized that a series of lies and all of that, even a source of income, to me is relatively questionable. When she called me to come and pick us, and I said no. When we were discussing, she now told me that, I don't set people up. I said, Kikelomo, you are preempting yourself. I said, I don't want cash. I'm not coming. Go and put it in my account. And you are telling me you are not setting me up. Why are you telling me to come and pick up cash? This cash never entered my account August 3rd till this moment. And I have an audio of her persuasion to get me to come and pick up this money.
Did she want to kill you then?
Period. That is what everybody will just ask me if I share it with anybody. So her intention for calling me on August 2 to come and collect a cash, which she claimed she got home with. I called her, are you home with the money? Is this safe? Yes. August 3, go and put it in my account. Till today, it will have been a foregone conclusion. Till today, the money has not entered my account. So I knew quite well that I had entered one chance.
Give me phone. Let's try her again. Well, she was supposed to be here. She did not come. She told us she was in the office. We searched all the CCTV camera. Her face never showed in this Allen Avenue. Talk more of inside this premises.
She had texted me that will I be available for 4 o'clock? That 4 o'clock is comfortable with her. That was when I sent you a text.
It's not yet 4 o'clock. We are 2 a.m.
I've since realized that she's a serial liar, very smart, and very crafty.
But you have gone.
No, I accept my stupidity. Of course, I accept my stupidity. I'll be very honest with you. What I'm telling you now, between me and her cousin, I started receiving a series of embarrassment. So that one has gone to meet the mother, where the mother stays. And it's becoming a family affair now. My real fear is that if in the last 7 or 8 weeks that the guy has been involved with the 98k and he's not able, of the 98k, the guy has just gotten 25k. So I knew it's one chance. All these are source of income. Source of income is even questionable. She's just a lazy.
I'll still call her back again.
There's someone who appointed 4 o'clock herself. At 4 o'clock is not yet. Oh my God.
Okay. The number is correct. Let's go on for fair hearing. At least we need to hear from her.
Yes, very necessary, of course. Just unfortunate that she's the one
Maybe
scheming.
Kike will tell us the real story. One day, see. Okay, let's call Kikelomo to for a fair hearing. Let's call her and also hear from her. You know, it doesn't mean who reported first. You only show us who you are calling. We also need to hear from her. Maybe you will the money to her when both of you were dating. Then meeting both of you, hearing from both of you will determine. At least we should be able to analyze who is saying the truth and how the issue will be addressed. Right? Except you dash out the money and you were how this money you are giving, borrowing Kikelomo and giving, that you are giving your wife money.
Of course, yes. I'm a responsible man. This one is not, I'm not giving her per se, this one. But like I said,
Is your wife aware of all this money you are giving?
no, you know, my wife
Yeah,
came
you are
into
not
the
your
picture. No, my wife came into the picture. Like I told you.
Much later.
No, within 2 months or so. Like I told you, you know, I don't know whether we are on camera.
You see this man?
No, it's true because no, when the only reason why
What you sign there before you come and say you don't know whether
no,
you
there are some things. There are some
picture.
things
You see this
off.
man?
No, there are some things off camera. To be honest,
You are still on camera, so
okay. You brought the
are still on
dimension of
camera.
your boyfriend and all of that, and I don't want to shy away from it, but you know,
You are not
guys.
talking to a kid now.
Yes, yes.
You are not talking to a
A
kid.
kid,
Even
of
if
course,
you
I know.
present this
I
before
know.
the law court,
Of course, I know.
the judge will still ask you,
Yes.
both of you cohabiting?
Yes. No, we are not.
Was it on the platonic?
Yes.
Is there any deep relationship? They will ask you that.
No
then you
deep
look at
relationship.
it. You look at it from the
You
angle.
can talk about platonic. Yes. But not a platonic in the real sense of it, but because I fell for seduction, I would say that
Have you
was,
ever kissed her?
of course not.
Let Kikelomo come officer and tell us that you impregnated her.
The
No.
woman cook food before.
No.
She has never cooked
I
for-
missed
Why-
three
what do you
opportunities.
mean by
No, wait.
seduction?
I missed three.
Overpower you, overcome you in that.
No, well, you see, like I said, somehow it's difficult to believe. I seem to be generous to a fault. I know that for myself. Again, along the line, I fell for her
This your
seduction.
generosity will touch this office today.
No, not necessarily today. No. In all honesty, no, madam. Madam, no. Don't tie me.
You are a
Don't-
generous man. We
no,
want to see the sign
Don't
of
tie
that
me.
your
No,
generosity
not
today.
today now.
Not be today.
No,
I
don't
will
worry.
call Kikelomo
This office.
right now.
I mean,
I wish Kikelomo would pick this phone.
Yes,
She will help us collect that money from you.
no, those ones are gone. Collect from me, okay? Collect from
Oh
me,
my
okay?
goodness.
I have done my background
Please,
checks
you
on
guys
that.
should help us communicate with Kikelomo. Let her tell us the truth and know how which way we can resolve the matter amicably.
Yes, it's what you can call a casual platonic relationship, barely a month or two. And that was the reason for having to be involved in assisting her in her furniture or whatever in her house. Those ones were gifts.
But Kikelomo have a daughter,
Of course.
and the daughter have a father.
Yes.
That according to you, lives in UK.
Yes, that's what she said. Lives outside Nigeria. I don't know whether it's UK.
Okay, you don't know if it's Cotonou or Ghana.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think it's in West
Or you
Africa.
don't know if it's Guinea.
Guinea-Bissau.
Guinea-Bissau.
No, it's funny. It's funny, you know.
Oh, Jehovah. Okay. We'll give Kikelomo more time to come and respond. If you don't respond, then we'll now do it the other way. But I just believe she'll drop the pranks and come and relate back to this office so that we can look into how the matter will be resolved peacefully. As a matter of fact, we have called Kikelomo. She gave us appointment. Last I personally spoke with her, she said she's on her way going to Ireland
was on Friday.
On Friday. She even lied that she was in this office. And when I said, I was still like asking the secretary, how will someone come to this place? He said, nobody comes. Then that day, I had to play camera back. And I discovered that she was not in any way.
When I was here on Monday, that she called her.
Then she said
I told her the same thing, that how can
this person
how
be
can somebody
distracted?
claim she came to your office? That
And
I never saw
sees
it,
you,
so
and you become a spirit.
so something is wrong.
Then Friday said she's on her way. I know on Thursday she's going to the island. Friday should be available. Friday they call her. She buy everybody's life. Then today again she
Saturday. That was
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah.
Then today again she sent message that day before she sent message that Monday Tuesday will be okay for her by 12.
Oh, so she was the primary. She was the one that first of all chose that 12.
Yes.
Before it was changed to 2.
Then she now came again. I said 2. 2 again. She now sent the message.
4.
4 o'clock is too far.
She said,
who choose her 4? Who did you communicate with that? You're saying they give you 4 o'clock. Anyway.
Maybe that was the time she sent me the same thing to say, is it comfortable for me to be there for 4 o'clock? That was when I sent you a message to them. I'm not respecting her 4, but I know when I get here 2, even if I have to wait for her for 2 hours, 4 o'clock.
From the story this lady in question, from all these, I'm waiting for her because she said she should be coming with a lawyer. And I've been waiting for her to come with a lawyer who have not seen. And I just hope that her lawyer will come with her. so that we'll know more about what is going on that have to do with UBA, that have to do with Zenith Bank, that have to do with this person, that have to do with that person, that have to do with you, that have to do with any other person, and that have to do with all these lies that she have been lying. She come to this place, she keep giving, posting and posting and posting, and she's not forthcoming. We need to know more, but at the end we will see the outcome. We will still give you guys the updates on this case. We can't fold our hand like that. Go and apologize to your wife, no matter how.
Yes, of course.
No matter how you define this your relationship with Kikelomo.
I have done that.
It's very, 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 very wrong.
I have done that. I have done that.
Very wrong. You men should at least learn to be faithful in your marriage.
Yes.
Some of you, for once,
Yes.
because you if it's a woman that come out to this public,
Yes.
talk about how she spent money on a man, it's just happy. She's just a philanthropist. She's just a nice person. She's a good Samaritan, and nothing attached. Is just helping. The man asked for this, he gave. He asked for 45, he gave. He asked for this for child, he gave. The whole world will condemn her to death today. But some of you men don't see what you feel women do that is a taboo, that if you do it is equally a taboo. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, no laws that says a man should be sleeping around. No. No law that says a man should be cheating on his wife.
Yes.
No man that said you are justified to do all these things you did with this woman.
I didn't.
But if it's a woman, then people will be spreading. However you turn it, I'm just saying, I never say whether you do it or not, you are not a baby.
Yes.
You are an adult, and I don't want to dig into that. It's not me that will tell that story. I'm just talking about the money that you are giving to this lady. Yes. Give, and all your excuses was you are just a nice person.
No, not really. But I told you that I placed my.
Then you now turn it to seduction. So if a woman come out and say the man seduced her and she was spending money, would you believe if your wife come up to the public now and say a man seduced her, and for that reason she was spending money, paying for chair in the man, furnitures in the man's house, paying the man's son school fees, whatever, or assisting, paying his debt and all that. What will you do? Your family will come to that house and throw this woman things out of the house.
I have also been thrown out already. I have been thrown out. If you want to hear that, I have been thrown out by her.
So your people should learn how to balance the equation, be decent.
Yes.
Because if you see decency in a woman to behave that way, then as a man, see that decency in you.
Yes.
See yourself, first of all, value your body. And what is the value? What is the value of your body to yourself and to God before you started exposing yourself to all manners of immorality?
You are correct. That is not that about. That is correct.
Yeah. Anyway.
I actually went into, that area you mentioned. By the time she comes and you hear, you know that it's even a casual thing. I don't want to rule it out because it's not relevant. I don't want to make an issue of it. But when she comes and you hear her own side of the story, you'll be able to know that you can only say I cheated on my wife to the extent that she wasn't privy to what this my generosity, initial generosity. She would have even been the one to stop me after the 150, and nothing would have come beyond that.
To carry 150, give who? Give which woman?
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. That if
whether I know it in 1 million years.
So if I had put my wife in the picture, because I never had any intention of anything with her, but my error was that I didn't put
but if your wife asks you to give her the money, the level which this woman was demanding from, will you give to her? And possibly if they weigh both your wife and this woman, and your wife will be far better than this person. But you guys will not value what you have at home. Your eyes will be outside and be looking for what seduce me. What is in this person now that she can't seduce you?
And
you are tagging it as seduction. That is the reason why you were giving the money.
What? I don't want to go too much. You know, I want to follow your line of thought that the Mr. Man, don't tell me there is nothing to. I don't want to say no. That's why I had to just use the word yes. You know, I said it silently because to me it's not relevant, but it's easy to infer that of course there must be some kind of relationship that will just warrant, easy, access to loan when I'm not a bank.
And you are not that relationship. You don't know your fellow men where you can relate with. Must it be opposite sex? I thought before you choose to settle down in marriage, you must have seen left and right.
Yes.
And you have decided to settle down.
Yes.
And move on with your life. That is another phase.
Yes.
When a man or a woman choose to settle down in marriage, yes, it's a new phase and you must focus. That is another section of your life. Yes. It's just like going back to your vomit. When you are married and your eye is still outside to be sleeping with women and men outside, you have not moved yourself from that phase of that single life. Once you are no longer single, whatever you do in that your single stage, leave it, move forward. You are not pig. It's only pig that bait and go back to that, or dog eat again and go back to the vomit. I don't
even belong to that. I didn't have a nasty nasty behavior as a single, talk less of when I'm married. This was just a casual circumstance.
Both men and women were angry with that decision.
Of course.
Because the way I'm reading the comments of the people, yes, even both women, yes, they are not happy.
Yes. Women for they happy before. But if you not even say even men are not happy, say women are not
about this.
Women for they happy. It's alright.
No, I said because I try to recognize that.
All right, thank you, viewers of you. We thought kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and Access to Justice TV, and follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center. For more useful information, visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. God bless you, report. See you tomorrow. Stay out of trouble. And we're announcing again for those of you who will be inaugurating a UK branch and Italy soon, for those at the month of September. Those of you that are interested, please send your details, your telephone number, where you are living to 08033024550. Will be a full-time membership or volunteer member. However you want it, send it to 08033024550. Outside that, there will be an open hearing case also September, second week of September. Is a date set aside where we listen to case. You walk in, they book you online, then if you come in, the line will be opened, everyone will sit, listen to your case. If it has to do with police will be around. Has to do with lawyer that will advise you will be on ground. So the slot is for 10 people, and you can put call across to book your date, your case, and the date will be communicated to you where you come in, free of charge to listen to your case, and will create a way of resolving it for you by the grace of God. Gift, did you send me money? This check your WhatsApp, check your WhatsApp. Gift Onyenyechi, did you send me money? Don't tell me to check my WhatsApp as if you send me pounds in that. Just tell me check your alert. Cannot just tell me check your WhatsApp, check your WhatsApp as if what is going on here. Okay, oh thank you, God gives. My hair fine. And you said I should check my WhatsApp. Tell me to check my alert. All right, see you tomorrow. God bless you.